Well, hello and welcome to our Q&A. And we'll go ahead and start with ancestral bliss. Mama, what a great idea. Well, she's talking about the ice cream cake. I'm going to try this and am wondering, when it's finished, do you let it set on the counter when I take it out of the freezer before you slice it? And I didn't. My freezer doesn't freeze that hard, so I was able to slice it right away. So, and it was really good, really good. Okay, why don't you read the next one?
Teresa Randall, did you ever find out who Rosie was?
The only thing we could figure, April's thinking it's a little friend a few houses down the road. The only thing we could figure. Evie was so excited about going to find her packing her bag, and she wanted to go stay at Rosie's house. And I said, I don't know where she is or who she is or where she lives. But she was pretty excited about that. Okay, Sandy Leonard. Do the grandkids' lunch dates stop when they turn 18? It's funny, we were just talking about that with Tyra. When I went to pick her up, I said, are you okay with us still doing grandma dates at 18? And she says, yes. So we kind of figured, well, maybe when they get married, we'll stop doing the grandma dates.
No, usually it's they have so much going on in their life. Like if they're going to college, they're working. Yeah,
if they go to college.
They have a boyfriend,
go on a mission, or... Yeah, it's hard to know exactly what age, but it's funny, we were just talking about that. Okay, you read the next one.
Don Ferguson, I love how you have such a positive attitude. I love watching your vlogs.
Thank you.
I've been watching April and Davy for a long time. I was just wondering if any of your other kids did vlogs. I thought Rochelle might have a while back, but maybe I'm mistaken. If they do, would you share names of their vlogs?
Yes, we will do that. Yes, actually, our son Johnny and his wife Claudia do a healthy preparedness one. I'll post all these below. It's called, it's just on how to be healthy and herbs and how to prepare for disasters, how to make things, home remedies. And then Jimmy Joe, he's the Action Lab guy. He's one that lives in Oregon. And Davy and April's and Davy Train, Davy
Zorgo.
Kids Try, Davy Train is Zorgo.
Oh yeah.
And Rochelle, she has one with the wedding videos. It's called Doug Larson.
But it's not a daily vlog.
But it's not daily vlogging, just whenever they do weddings. But that's a good question. Yeah, they just mostly the three boys. The three sons have channels, but the daughters don't.
They got
kids to raise, exactly. Okay, why don't you read this one?
Ancestral Bliss. Hope you don't mind, I have another question. Hard-boiled eggs. I am having trouble finding a good recipe where the eggs are easy to peel.
Yeah.
What works best for you, and does it make a difference whether it is white or brown shelled eggs?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's white or brown. The only difference is the brown eggs are, the shells are a bit harder. And best...
Does it have to be a brown chicken?
I don't know what color. I always wondered that. You think, was it a brown chicken or a white chicken? Who lays those brown eggs? It's usually a brown chicken.
Can one chicken lay either color eggs?
I don't know.
Or once it...
We'll have to Google it.
Okay.
But...
No, but you looked after 200 chickens.
I didn't know who laid what. They were just all running around laying eggs. And the best way, if you... in my Instant Pot, you just boil them for... put them in the Instant Pot for 6 minutes. And if you don't have an Instant Pot, just put them in boiling water, and then boil them for 20 minutes, and then put them in cold water for 20 minutes, and then peel them underwater, while you're peeling it, have the water running, and then they should peel cold. You want the cold, yeah. So that's the best way to shell them eggs, to cook them boiled eggs. Okay.
Ellen Stout, I love your video. How many grandchildren do you have?
with April and Davies coming in October, that will be 28. And that'll be 15 girls and 13 boys. So almost even Stephen, but that's a good question. Hard to believe that we have that many. Okay, Christina Fortier.
I'd say 48.
Fortier. Fun vlog, as always. I thank you. I need to try that fruit cup. Yes, the fruit cup's really good. Do you just squeeze the orange juice and add it to the fruit? Yep. When I first...
Okay, do you add any sugar or anything?
No, because the fruit's enough.
Or apple juice to make it sweeter?
No, the apples. Yeah, I'll post the recipe for that right here. And when I used to, years ago, I learned how to make this in junior high school. And everything was canned. It was canned orange juice, canned peaches, pineapple, canned peaches, canned pears, canned everything.
Now, do you mean homemade canned or bought?
Either.
Tin canned? Okay.
Either one. Some people can, some don't. And I thought that was good. Of course, you put in the fresh bananas because you can't can bananas. Can't can. And fresh strawberries because you can't can strawberries. Can you? and then I quit canning. And I thought, what'll I do now? I says, I'll just put in the fresh. And we just loved that so much better. To just do fresh peaches, fresh, whatever fruit's fresh at the time, in season. Yeah, the grapes, the banana, well, bananas, you can get them year round. Strawberries, the pears and peaches, those are a little harder to get fresh. But boy, it's so much better fresh. We started doing it fresh probably 10 years ago. But if you don't want the fresh and you'd rather do the canned, then do it that way. It's good either way. But if you ask me, the fresh is best. Okay.
By the way, that Christina, I would say if it had an American pronunciation, be Fortier. But it's a nice typical French word, so I says Fortier.
Fortier, and that's probably how she says it. Like our name, Orgel, if we say it the French way, it's Orgil. But not many people will say it that way.
Or Spanish way, Orgil.
Oh, that's even harder.
Or Italian, Orgillo.
Spit on somebody's name. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
No, that's how I introduce myself in those countries.
Okay, good. When you're there. But mostly we're here in America, so we say Orgel.
Oh, it sounds like you're gargling.
Gargling. Okay, Donna Craven, she wants the recipe for your fruit cup, please, and I'll post that video. Okay, and before we close, we wanted to show about the Dave Ramsey. So we got it in this with DVDs, but I don't know, they probably don't do that anymore.
Let's say,
they probably do it digitally.
Because a lot of laptops do not even have a DVD drive anymore because everything's just online that you download.
Yeah. So,
just show them what.
Okay. Dumping debt, cash flow, buyer
beware.
Yeah, that's right. How'd you know?
I've heard
Credit sharks in suits. And then he talks about that's not good enough. Clause and effect. Santa Claus and effect. Of mice and mutual men from fruition to tuition.
It must be education.
Tuition, yeah. Working in your strengths and real estates and mortgages. He's saying don't buy a house bigger than you can afford. The Great Misunderstanding and Dave's personal testimony. And then the best of Dave Ramsey. So he's got all these DVDs. I think it costs $100 or something. We took a class.
You want to do a pause and I'll just look it up really quick and see.
You mean look up online if?
No, just see how it's available.
I'll look it up and post below how you can find Dave Ramsey. But we took a class. Well, actually, I did, and then got the DVDs, and then just got out of debt. And it's just a great way to go. And the first thing he has you do these baby steps. First thing you do is save $1,000, and you think, well, how am I going to save money? And then he says you save the money first, and then you get out of debt by doing the snowball effect.
Snowball means paying off the little ones first and just keep moving up.
Yeah, and keep
And each
moving
time
up.
you pay it off, you can use that money to pay off your other ones.
And just stop spending money for the time that you're getting out of debt. Stop spending on things that are not necessary. The necessities are your food, your housing, and your food, your house, and
he's also online, so you can listen to him.
Yeah.
And one of his popular ones, the very first questions he asks, what do you owe? I said, do you have a home? Okay. Do you have a car? What year is the car, and what are your payments on it? And if the person says, oh, my husband has a brand new truck.
Yeah, so you get rid of the car.
And Dave Ramsey will actually tell them, get rid of your truck right now.
Yeah, if it's a car that's draining your income,
there you go.
You have to just go, because you can get a car cheap, but you say, well, I want a reliable one. Say, well, you can work up to that. But it's just awesome to find out how to get out of debt. And it is possible. I didn't think it was possible. It just is.
How about this one? Do you want it or do you need it?
Yeah, do you want it or do you need it? You gotta divide, put a divider and say, is it a want or a need? And you can easily say, well, it's a need.
And telling about when you're buying a house or a car, what's the things, I want to buy this so I can impress the people I don't like.
Yeah.
What are those three things?
We did that quote at our last video. It was, we spend money to impress
people we don't like.
We spend money we don't have to impress people we don't like.
With money we don't
have. Or something like that. Okay, we'll close with a couple of quotes. And remember to keep the questions coming.
Because remember, when you drive through your neighborhood, somebody gets a new car, you go, whoa, look, they got a new car.
That's
wow.
right.
They must be rolling in money. Or rolling in debt.
Yeah. Are you house rich and cash poor? Or would you rather be house poor and cash rich? Anyway, we're going to get a couple of quotes on money. Oh, and here's a book that my daughter-in-law and Johnny, they put together. It's called Beyond Wheat and Weeds, and it's just got all kinds of, it's a thick book, and it's got all, and they show how to get that online. And this is my daughter-in-law, and she was sick with Lyme's disease, and she was on the brink of death, and she was able to bring herself back to health. And then she's just learned a ton of stuff on herbs, and just if you want to know how to get healthy and what to do, go to her website, Healthy Preparedness, and I'll post all that below. Okay.
So we're doing quotes about what?
Okay, here's some suggestions on controlling money.
Yeah.
Oh, and like Dave Ramsey says, you tell your money where to go. Okay, go ahead and read those.
Okay. Set life goals. If you just say financial freedom, that's too vague. It's too vague of a goal. Okay. Here's more specific ones. Pay off credit cards in full.
And cut them up. Yeah.
Debit card is okay because you're spending money you have.
Mm-hmm.
Create automatic savings. And
put that $1,000
we've always
in
done
there.
10% to the church and 10% in savings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, watch your credit. Like you might be on the border of bankruptcy and not have any credit. So if something comes to negotiate prices. Continuous education.
Mm-hmm.
Proper maintenance. What does that mean? I like this in number 8.
Probably budgeting your money.
Yeah.
Maintain.
Live below your means.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend less than what you actually make. You can do it.
Oh yeah. Make a budget.
Yeah. And people think budget is a swear word. But it works. Even rich people have a budget. They don't just spend willy-nilly.
Okay, many years ago I bought a Mustang with a sunroof, and all I knew is it was $10,000. This is like 30 years ago. It was, I wanted it, and I could afford the monthly payment, and it took me a long time to pay it off. And when I paid it off, I gradually realized that it had a high interest rate, and and when it was paid off, I had a $10,000 car. I had paid it off, and I had paid $5,000 in interest. Just to pay it off.
The interest is
so that's what it
crazy.
means when it says watch your interest or watch your something.
Yeah, watch. Interest is very interesting. Okay, we'll close with a quote, a couple quotes. This is Abraham Lincoln. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us to the end dare to do our duty as we understand it.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's a good one, huh? Money often costs too much. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and welcome new subscribers. And remember to look for the rose. And good night, everyone. And keep those questions coming.